Everybody wants some blast of magic, 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 magic. Look up the magic in me.
It's Wednesday here at Bob's Magic Emporium. Time for the next all-new Magician 101, the show for all magicians. We have a lot of great questions this week. Before we get into the questions, though, let me go over just a few quick things. I have a website, which is 444rr.webs.com. Please check out the site if you haven't already. It's got a lot of cool 444RR information. There's also forms on there. And if you register on the site, just by hitting the register button at the bottom of a lot of those at the bottom of the pages on the website, you can register and then post in the forums. I have 6 people, including myself, that have registered. So make sure you register so you can start posting on the forums over at 444rr.webs.com. And if you have any questions about how to register, you can watch the update video, or you can also message me and I'll let you know how. And I also have a Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, please like the official 444RR fan page on Facebook. I'll leave the link for everything down in the description below. If I get 5 likes, currently as of Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm filming this video a little early because I have to work tomorrow, and I wanted to get it up real early. But anyways, as of 4 o'clock, I have 4 likes. So please like the page, because if I get at least 5 likes, then I'm going to start posting bloopers on my Facebook page. Bloopers of when I mess up stuff. And it's a lot of fun to see those bloopers. So, alright, now let's jump into the questions for this week. Remember to post your questions down below for next week, and I'll give them an answer. First question goes to Mr. Tadpole221. I don't really have a magic question, so here is something random. Who is your favorite Magic Geek person that is not Chris? Also, what is your funniest magic experience that you've had? Thanks, and keep up the good work. Okay, my favorite non-Chris person at Magic Geek has to be Rachel, Chris Ballinger's sister. Rachel, you may know her as Rachel Ballinger on YouTube. I think that's her YouTube name. Anyways, she's really funny because she gets scared at a lot of the bug tricks, or the tricks that where stuff pops out. She gets really scared and stuff. So I think I love Rachel the best. My funniest magic experience. I was doing a child's birthday party, and I always do Rocky Raccoon. Well, it was a child's birthday party. There was probably, I think there was like 8 or 9 kids there, and then there were some adults in the back. So what I always do is I always go up to the birthday child's mother, and I start petting Rocky Raccoon, and I say, oh, he loves to be scratched behind his ears. And then what I do is that I make him jump. Because I'll never forget when Barry Taylor, the owner of Barry's Magic Shop, came over to my house and did my 7th birthday party. My mom was there, and he did the Rocky Raccoon, and he made Rocky jump on her. She about freaked out, so I always add that in my show. So I went over to the birthday child's mom, and I said, oh, pet Rocky Raccoon, and I made him jump. She jumped back like 40 feet and started screaming. She was like, ah! And then afterwards, everybody started laughing. She started laughing, and it was a great time. That was a great magic moment. I'll never forget it. That was really funny. There was also actually a moment that just happened last time I went to the beach, which would be 2 Saturdays from this one when I was at the beach. I was doing my street magic show, and I always, right in the middle of my show, do the human blockhead where I stick the nail up my nose. So I stuck the nail up the nose, and I've added a new thing to the trick where I have a spectator from the audience pull the nail out of my nose. I always go, pull, don't push, very slowly. And I walked over to this lady, and she was like, no, I'm not touching that! And she ran away. It was so hilarious, too. But I think the best one has to be the Rocky Raccoon moment, where I make Rocky jump on the lady, and she about flips out. It is so funny. If you were, I wish I had video of that, because it was so hilarious. All right, Caleb Casper has the next question. Hey, Bob, I was wondering what you thought about card throwing. Also, 2 more questions. We'll get to those questions in a moment. Card throwing, I really don't like card throwing myself. There's this new deck of cards that Magic Geek just got in that's perfect for card throwing. You have to have, it's like any kind of magic or juggling, you have to practice it a lot so you get it down just right so the cards stick, if you're going to have them stick in something like foam or something like that. I would never do card throwing, but if it's something you think would work in your show, I'd say go for it. I will say some magicians are fake at card throwing. I'm not going to throw them under the bus, but some use a machine that like flicks cards out of their wrist. So basically it's a thing that runs up their arm and it shoots cards out. But when they throw it, it looks like that it's coming from their hand. But basically what they're doing is holding back the card in their fingers as one shoots out of this little gizmo. So some of them, like who make the cards go really far, I'm not going to mention any names. Some of them, now not all of them, some of them can throw cards that far, but some use fake machines and things. All right, and Caleb Casper's other questions. Do you or have you ever watched America's Got Talent on TV? Because it's sometimes there's a lot of magicians on there, and it comes on at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays for like a couple months, and the winner wins $1 million. Yes, I watch America's Got Talent all the time. If you watched my channel last year, I fully supported Collins Key last year. I thought he should have won America's Got Talent, but you know, he should have won. He was really good. So, you know, but that's just how it goes. But Collins Key is doing very well right now. He did the Neon Lights tour with Demi Lovato at the beginning of this year, end of last year. So congrats to Collins Key. And there's been a lot of really good magicians on there so far, but we're still in audition phases, so I can't give you my favorites yet, because I like to wait till they dwindle them down. Then when the live shows start, then I back a magician. All right, and Caleb Casper's other question is, what do you think about the vampire card trick on Magic Geek? And have a good vacation when you go, and keep up the amazing work. Smiley face, big smiley face, question mark inside of a box. Okay, vampire card trick. One of them I really like, and I have it down in here. Let me see if I can get it out. Let me get it out here. This is not the one that Magic Geek sells, but there's one that I got off of Elmwood Magic a long time ago, before I found Magic Geek, when I used to shop exclusively at Elmwood. But I think it's the vampire card trick as well. But I know this is like Nosferatu or something like this. What this is I don't have the other card handy, but basically it's a vampire card, and then you pick a card out of the deck, have the spectator pick one. Vampire card goes in on top, you cut the cards, and then their card is shown with 2 bite marks in it, like Nosferatu has bit him in the neck, and there's blood around it, and the card is all, like, has started to go white. So half of it's a regular card, half of it's a white card. So it's really, really cool. I think that's the vampire card as well, which is really cool. So that's a really neat trick if you like that one. The one that Magic Geek sells, I think Meese Crossing did it. I saw somebody do it. I think it was Meese Crossing. It looks cool, but I like this one, and I already have kind of a vampire card premise. So I like this one a little bit better. Tim B has a question about finding double-backed cards that are the same card on both sides. I couldn't find any. I don't think anybody really makes them. But there is, I think, 1 or 2 threads on the Magic Cafe. So if you type in your question, I actually just typed your question right into Google, and it came up with the threads on the Magic Cafe. So go check those out. But I didn't think I saw any of them. I really didn't check all the links on the Magic Cafe site, so you may want to go take a look. But I know there's a couple of threads about your question on the Magic Cafe. Alright, if you don't know what the Magic Cafe is, good time to plug it. It's basically a message board for magicians. You got to be careful, though, because a lot of the magicians on the Magic Cafe, not a lot of them, some of them are very mean, I have found out, when I used to post on there. So, yeah. So you just got to be careful, because, you know, some of them are not nice. But a lot of them on there are nice, though. So, and a lot of them just like to go on there and cause hissy fits, too, about some things. But it's still a great site, though, and it's got jam-packed full of a lot of information. And it has subcategories about anything you could want to know in magic. You want to know how to do gospel magic? There's a whole section for it on there, so it's really cool. All right, Lumos Magic has the final questions. Thanks, Bob. I want to get a large stage illusion that is inexpensive. What would you suggest? Okay, first of all, we can go over this question in more detail next week, but I don't know if you mean a large stage trick, something like Hippity Hop Rabbit, something like that, or if you mean something where like an assistant goes in a box and she disappears. If you're talking about something like this, or something like, I don't even know, like maybe the Clatterbox or something that you can do on a large stage that's a prop like something behind me, there's a lot of great options. This is a really good one. It's $20 for these paper dice from Bag thing. And it's very inexpensive, and you can do it, I mean, $20, and they're going to last you. It's basically a dream bag routine. Sort of like the money trick here, where you pull the boxes of money out, but instead you're pulling dice out. That's a very inexpensive one. This set of Hippity Hop Rabbits cost me like $40, so that's a good one. This big queen back here, which what this trick is, where you have the spectator clip a black card, they keep clipping the queen. Then at the end of the trick, you say, okay, let's try to have you clip a black card, and then the card changes into this huge queen. That's a really good one. That was like $40 when I bought that. Clatterbox is like on eBay, it's like $30, so you can get it pretty cheap. A lot of these Dream Bag funny money things, they're pretty cheap as well. So just do a lot of searching. Now, if you mean big stage illusions, such as like a Metamorphosis style trunk or something like that, the best thing I would say is to make your own. Because a lot of times illusion plans will cost $30-$40 and you can make the trick for about $100. So like plug to Ryan Harding. If you haven't seen his videos, go check him out. He does Jim Steinmeier's hospitality. He made his own hospitality for like $100. Those things usually go for $600 to $700. So you can make your own. If you mean big stage illusions, like a big one, you know, like ladies getting into boxes and that kind of thing. But you have to be really good at working with your hands, and you have to have basically a machine shop where you can go in and be able to use machinery and cut the wood and everything you're going to need to make the trick. So I don't do really giant stage illusions, but when I do a stage show, I will do something like the Hippity Hop Rabbits, the appearing dice from bag, that kind of thing. But if you want more detail on that Lumos magic, definitely post in the comments of this week's video, and we'll go over more detail next week. And Lumos Magic also says, what are your favorite stage magic tricks? Okay, favorite stage tricks, I love multiplying Pringles. These things down here. That's a really fun trick. It's good for child's birthday parties, really cool for stage. I do love the multiplying bottles too, which has the same premise because I really love the pattern that I have for it. You can watch it during the 365-day magic challenge, but basically, I just got a couple inches shorter, if you can tell. But basically, I took my shoes off. Basically what it is the pattern that I use is like the Vanishing Bandana, except you have it's an audio thing set to music. So, yeah. Another really good stage trick is the 6-card repeat. That's nice because you can do that. People can see it and the cards can be handed out as a souvenir. The El Capitan version, by the way. Let's see. Clip that queen's a nice one. You can even do the Run Rabbit Run trick. And Die Box is really nice. Rocky Raccoon, the zigzag one's really nice too. But the nice thing is go to magicgeek.com, hit the stage magic icon. You can see all the tricks they sell for stage. All right. That's going to do it for this week's Magician 101, the show for all magicians. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to check out my website and register on the forums. Like my Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter. Add me to your Google Plus circles. And this is 444RR, game shows, magic, and more. We'll see you next time. Bye. More. Do you know how to mix up cards? You say, you are not cards. You are not cards. You get the 2 tubes, and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab one of the kids' show birthday party. Adults love the trick, too. Don't get me wrong, but I think it actually looks. It looks like you're actually taking and shuffling the cards.